So welcome back to Runaway with Taborland. Since my last video, I've gotten 145 new subscribers. So welcome to the channel. This video is about last video, the Ottoman beds. In this case, I had them all packed up, ready to ship back to the manufacturer. But I noticed I had almost 300 comments on that video with people with great advice on how to adjust the beds. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to answer your comments, put these beds back in the Runaway, and try to configure them like you all suggested.
Listen to me. You'll thank me later.
I will take everybody's suggestion, work it out, so we all can see how I don't think the beds are going to work. I'm even going to show you my existing beds, if you're new to the channel, on how they work and why I have a problem with them. But thank you all so much for joining me on this adventure. I really appreciate all the new views and all the new subscribers. And I hope you enjoy the channel. And let's get out to the garage. Now, it is very, very hot today here in Florida. So what I'm going to do is actually, after hearing my cat meow, you want to see my cat? This is who I have to deal with. It's my wife's cat. Look at the camera. There you go. See it? She's out of town right now, so I'm dealing with it. See how he's quiet now because I'm holding him? Ridiculous. Spoiled. His name is Garfield, in case you're all wondering. All right, back to the video. Going out to the garage.
Don't stop me! Yeah!
Huh? What?
No.
What?
So I just want to start off by saying thank you so much for all the comments on trying to figure out ways to get these Ottoman beds to work in this tiny camper. But to understand what I'm doing with the Ottoman, I'm trying to show you my old bed and the troubles I'm having with the old bed. Well, I'm not having troubles, it's just annoying. So I have these beds. They're called a lip bat bed. They're a Scandinavian kids bed. I've done videos on them before, so if you haven't seen them yet, just go back and you'll find them. And I cut them down so they're small, so I can sit, and I have plenty of room. Okay. So the problem I have, and it's not a huge problem, it's just I thought the Ottoman beds would be easier. Is when I pull the beds out, this part does not slide good. See how the bed keeps going with it, and then when I gotta slide it all the way, and then my mattress fits perfectly on it. I know it doesn't seem that bad, but it's a pain in the butt. So I don't even know if the Ottoman bed would be better. But another thing, when the mattress topper is on it, it's all out right now. But the mattress topper has little rubber things on the bottom of the mattress that prevent it from sliding, and that hinders this bed 100 times more. So when that's on there, it's even harder to get it on, because this wood, see, this wood, ooh, just pulled the whole camper. There we go. See, so that's what I'm dealing with, and they're big and they're bulky. So I thought the Ottoman beds would be better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the beds and answer some of your comments on ways to try and get around it not fitting. While I got one Ottoman bed in here, I'm going to demonstrate the first question I had, which I had a lot. And the question was, I wonder if they would fit easy east to west rather than north to south. Either way, thank you for another great video for camping. You're welcome. And just so you know, if you're new to camping, the way your vehicle is being towed, so the long way of any camper, that's considered north to south. I guess that's the way they do it. Now, you could be facing east, but that's sleeping north to south. So side to side is considered east to west. So I'm going to try and set it up east to west to see if maybe, yeah, it would fit. Because technically it's 71 inches long. So 71 inches, 72 inches is 6 feet, and these campers are 6 by 8, 6 foot by 8 foot. So maybe it will work sideways. Let's check it out. I didn't check it out the first time because I didn't think it would. But let's answer this question. All right. Let me slide it towards me so it's a little easier. Now these beds are about, these ottomans are about like 60 to 65 pounds. So they're not just easily movable and I can just toss them around. They're very dense and heavy. So east to west. So this way. Wait. Yeah. Well, I'm kind of have to block you. Let me get you from the side. Realize when I flip this up, it's going to block the camera. So, upsy daisy. One side. Looking good so far. Let me take the little pillow out. Oh. Ho! Look at that. The very first suggestion works like a charm. Well, yeah. I mean, the TV's going to be over here, so I guess I could just chill like this. But yes, for all the people that said turn it sideways, 71 inches across is aces. I mean, do I need to answer the rest of the questions? No, but I will. Look at there, looky there.
I told you it would work.
Now, let me get in it and sit on it, see what that's like. This dang shelf, if you see my other videos, it's a pain in my butt. But, so I would need to take the shelf out because it doesn't stay up, or I'll just get some Velcro. But I do not feel claustrophobic. I got a whole arm, you know, to the top of this. But I still can't sit up in it. If you're curious what it looks like with the Chase Lounge, I'm 5'9", and my head is hitting the roof when in Chase Lounge mode. But it's still, you know, comfortable. I need to watch TV like this. Or read a book. But yeah, sideways works. But one downside to east to west living. Now, if you don't plan on folding these ottomans back up and just leave it east to west and you're a single traveler, it still works really, really good. Now, the only issue is right now, trying to fold the bed up from this position is hard because it's literally snugged tightly against the wall. So it's just right at the length. So it's kind of hard. You gotta fit your fingers back here and get it. And then you see it gets stuck on the frame of the Runaway. So you kind of got to push it out a little bit and put it back together. But that's the only thing I see wrong with sideways. And of course you can flip it the other way to where it opens. If you're in the Runaway, it flips up towards the back, because that'll work too. All right, just want to point that out. So you're probably gonna see my shirt slowly get that sweat ring, because I just put out a short. If you saw that first, this is why. I have multiple ACs going. Well, not the one behind me anymore because you couldn't hear anything. But I'm filming in the garage because it's 100 and something outside. In the garage with the fans and the portable AC unit, it's 82 degrees now, went down. So, but next question. Okay, so we know it fits east to west now. Turn it around in all caps. I know it's frustrating at home when you're watching this and you're yelling at the TV for someone to do something. I get it. I sense your frustration in this comment. Have one that opens up towards one wall and the other open up towards the opposite wall. Okay, I'll try that. But what else? What you kind of couldn't see in the first video, when they open, they don't open straight up. They open out to about 4 more inches. So I would need 4 more inches of space width-wise. But I'll show you. Well, here's a close-up of how it opens up and how much more room you need. But I'm going to try it anyways because you suggested it. Let's see. Oh my God. OMG, all caps. Flip it around so it opens the other way. Now this one I wasn't sure. Did you mean open it up like this last suggestion towards the wall? Or did you mean east to west? Flip it so it goes east to west and not north to south. So if you thought if that was for east to west, you were correct.
We have a winner!
It did fit east to west. If you mean towards the wall, well, I'll demonstrate in just a few seconds. And then one more. Nice kung fu moves. How comfy are they? Well, I can answer that one right now. They are hard as a rock. So they're more comfortable than I thought when I just laid on it for the second time in here and didn't feel that bad. But let me show you what I have. Oops, sorry if my garage is messy. But that is 4-inch thick trifold mattresses that I usually lay on top of my other beds because it was just wood. So they're going to go on that and feel a lot better. But I had to test it out because that's going to make me a little bit higher towards the ceiling, and I don't know if it's going to be claustrophobic when I do that. So let's test them out. So when you open the beds, whoop, they fall back, not straight up, but back. So you need that much more room when they're in the camper together. And that's the issue I'm having. They fold backwards about 4 to 5 inches. So that's why there's no room to open it. But let me get the other bed in here to show you what I mean. Alright, so we got them both in. And because it does not, you need more room. Let me show you. Both are facing the wall now. And you can't open either of them. So when they're together, it's a no bueno. I mean, sorry if my Spanish is terrible. Another suggestion was push one forward. So now what do I have to do on this way is I have to slide one this way and one that way. Open it here. Of course my shelf is in the way. Then open this one. So when they're both open, you see how much more room they take because they fall backwards. So even if I put one of them out, well, I'll close this one and push it over. So as you can see, it's still too long no matter which way I turn them this way to open one up. So even if they're both open and I open this to open this side open, it's still gonna hit this bed, this ottoman. And you have to be kind of careful when sliding them forward and backward because it will make the leg fall under. They're just slightly askew. So now, what they suggested is tilt this bed on its side, like so. Put this one back down. There we go. Now, put this one back down. Okay. Technically that worked. So tilting it up on one side once it's open technically works. So, great idea. Now my only concern is, at the beginning of the video I showed you my only problem with my old beds is they get stuck. So that is a lot more work opening a bed, flipping it up, than getting the other bed in. But technically, if you get these and you do it and you're not planning on putting them back, just leaving it as a bed, then that would be really good. You can just keep it back here, and then if you ever need to empty this camper out to use it like for toting something, because that's what they're kind of made for, camping, and if you want to use it as a utility trailer, that would work. So I'm gonna give that one a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Not good for me, but could be good for the person that's just gonna leave it as a bed. I like to fold them up and get the bed out of the way so I can put all my camping gear in the camper. All right, next question. All right, the next question is, will my tri-fold foldable shelf now fit at the front of the Runaway with the beds out? Let's check it out. So if you're new to my channel, I have a foldable shelf that goes right here, and it fits right over the AC unit. So this is my foldable shelf. It just folds out like this, and then the top comes over, and you can lock it down. I don't. And there's a little latch on the back here that locks it in place, like so. So yes, the shelf still folds, and there's plenty enough room. Perfect. Now let me try and maneuver the beds so where they're both east to west, so you can see what that looks like, and then I'll follow up by putting a mattress on it. We're almost done. We're getting through this together, okay? We're almost done. Sorry if this video's a little long.
I got things to do too.
Houston, we have another problem. With both beds going sideways east to west, this part doesn't fit because of the frame of the door, because it sticks in about that far. So this frame sticks out, you know, a little bit, so it's hindering the bed. So I would only suggest one bed going lengthways. So east and west, good for one bed, not good for two, unfortunately. Yeah, it's a little more cramped with the mattress topper. All right. So not as much room, but not claustrophobic. I can turn. Yeah, you still can turn. So if you're one that likes MRI machines, this is for you. Without the Oh, I can't wait to see your comments on this. This is gonna be funny. Okay. I guess this wouldn't work for me. This is kind of tight. So as I sit on this cramped bed saying goodbye to you all, I hope that answered more of your questions that you had and answered some of your suggestions on how to maneuver the beds. So as I see it, yeah, it's not going to work for us. Now, the company is AIHO. It's on Amazon. I'll leave the link for it in the description below, along with the shelf and this mattress topper and everything I used on this video in the description. I would like to say dealing with the company has been easy and hard, because they want you to ship the beds back to them. They'll grant you a return, but you got to ship it back, and shipping the beds is $96 each, which is kind of crazy because they cost $160 each. But one of these beds was damaged, so I emailed them and they were offering me $50 just to keep them with no refund. So I politely declined that, And so they gave me a full refund on the damaged one, and after a couple more emails, they are sending me a prepaid label to ship the good bed back to them. So they did right by the customer in my case. I can't speak for everybody, but it did take a little back and forth with them. So I think they're a great company. And every email they end, I hope you have a happy life. So how can you get mad at that? All right. Thanks for watching Runaway with Taborland. And thank you all to the new subscribers. And thank you even more for my loyal family, the Runaway with Tabor family. Okay, I'll see you on the next one. Next one, I'll give you a sneak peek. It's going to be, I'm doing a cruise bin. Do you know what a cruise bin is? That's when you cruise a lot and you got to keep all your cruise stuff in. But I'm going to show you what's exactly in my cruise bin. And I hopefully you enjoy it. Overwhelmingly positive on adding cruise stuff to this, just so you know. And people that told me it'd mess up the algorithm, you are 100% correct. But it's not about the algorithm. It's about doing what I love, and hopefully people on here love cruises, and they'll continue to support the channel. All right, thanks again. Let's see if I can go this way. This is a better angle. No, okay. See ya.